Welcome back to the Devil May Cry playthrough, where today we're going to be swimming. Yeah, I'll get to the swimming controls, or at least details in the swimming controls later on, once we actually dive in, as you will. First we gotta take care of a few marionettes. Once again, grenade launcher ridiculously overpowered. Every once in a while, you may want to use your sword, but... And throughout this entire playthrough, I've noticed I've been using guns for just about everything. Kind of ridiculous. And over here we find another red fountain. If you don't remember what these were, we found one in the sewers where if you constantly attack them, they'll give you red orbs. Other Devil May Cry games do this. They'll have the red orb fountain. But it's here where we actually start swimming. Now, essentially the way swimming controls work is that you move the camera around with the left analog stick, and you swim forward with the triangle button. You don't have any weapons that you can use underwater, and you can't enter Devil Trigger mode. We have to actually find a weapon to use underwater, and there was a lizard man down underwater. If you thought to yourself that you had to kill that guy, you would be shit out of luck. And it's really retarded. But up here on the surface, once again, you can actually start kicking ass. But it's just so awkward. It gets even more awkward to actually swim once we start fighting. And I think it's not till the next part where I actually start fighting underwater, but it's just moving forward is annoying. When you actually have to fight, it's annoying. It's just moving around underwater is incredibly annoying. And here's the actual weapon we can use underwater, the nail gun. I'll get to how the nail gun works in the next mission, but for now, let's just do this mission. As you probably already noticed in the beginning, we have to go to the captain's deck. And since it's locked, we have to go through some kind of arbitrary fight, probably a boss. You know, now that I think about it, this whole level sounds pretty badass if they did it right, you know. I mean, we have a ghost pirate ship, we have a demon slayer. I mean, if they did it right, it probably would have been a nice sequel to Pirates of the Caribbean. You got zombie pirates from hell, demons, guns. Oh well, but enough about that. Back to the Berserk Scythe. Ooh, he's back to another round. In this fight, he'll shoot around these platforms. I think he did it in the first fight, though, but he'll use these platforms that shoot you up into the air. Also, he has a charge attack for some odd reason. But anyways, he'll shoot out those platforms, he'll lift you up in the air, and he'll just zip right towards you for an attack. You can, however, use the circle button to attack back. When he starts running out of health, he'll do the move where he'll summon two other scythes to attack, and he gets a little bit harder, but if you manage to beat him the first time, he shouldn't be that hard. With that fight done, we activate these lights that causes the ship to go. I don't know how that works, but it's a ghost ship, so I'm not going to ask. Though if Jeffrey Rush did come out and say, you better start believing in ghost stories, because you're in one, I'd probably soil myself. Out of sheer badassery, not because of fear or anything, because Jeffrey Rush is not scary. And now with that, as you would expect, the door opens, but we still have something else to do before we actually move forward. We have a rematch with Griffin. Not Peter Griffin, of course, that Griffin. Because somehow, I don't know how it works, but these ghost lanterns control the door. I don't know how that locking mechanism works, but once again, it's a ghost ship. And of course, since you're in a smaller area, you would expect this fight to be a bit more of a pain. Oh, also, he has this whole thing where he'll fire some kind of shockwave that follows you. I have no idea how this thing works. Just keep on shooting it. I'm assuming that it's supposed to help you get up to Griffin, so that way you can physically attack him, but why do that when I can just go into Devil Trigger mode, use my Vortex attack, and just Lightning Raid the shit out of him, because Lightning Raid fucks him up. Look at that. Devil Trigger mode. I don't think I have half of the maximum gauge. And I've done more than half health to him. Lightning Raid fucks him up. If you want to take this guy out quickly, just use that attack as quickly as possible. Get it, use it, love it. And just like that, he's dead. And just like last time, he somehow shoots lightning before he dies. As some kind of beginner's trap, I guess. And now we can go into the captain's deck, which strangely enough doesn't have Jack Sparrow. Oh well. And that's the end of that. Let's see exactly how I did on this mission. Yeah, B. I'm doing a lot better than the first time I played this game, where I got mostly C's. I'm guessing it's because since I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, I can do this a lot faster. But here, in this never mind. Next mission, the Abyss. Great name for a level. I don't know why I did that, but in this mission, we actually have to fight underwater, and that's where I start getting into how the controls for underwater suck. What we're looking for is this. The Staff of Hermes. If you remember, in the beginning, there was a Hermes insignia. You know, past the chapel when we got the Pride of Lions. And then there was the obvious trap. Good times. Oh yeah, and the ship is sinking. That's not important right now. Because apparently we can breathe underwater. I don't know why, but... Oh man, Johnny Depp's gonna be pissed. If that was the Black Pearl, I guess. I'll call it the Black Pearl knockoff. Anyways, through here, we actually get into a forced combat situation. Now, the way the nail gun works is that you can use the aim button to kind of fix your camera into one position. It doesn't automatically lock on to enemies, which is awkward. And you use the square button to fire, of course. But the thing is that enemies just follow you, and there's no way to keep the camera on both of them. And of course, there's no way to physically attack them, so if they get too close, you have to swim away, you have to awkwardly turn around, aim the camera, and then fire at them all over again. I mean, the lizard men aren't that bad, but what if we had to fight, say, Sin Scissors underwater? The guys who can float through walls. It gets ridiculous. Fortunately, that's the only time where you're forced to fight enemies. That next area, just rush forward, end the mission. I hate swimming underwater, and anytime I have to do it again, I swear I'm going to lose my fucking hair. Anyways, with that done, next time, we'll wrap up this whole Colosseum bit and actually move forward, I guess? See you later.